Hey, I'm Kifwen. If you've ever seen any of my content before, you might be familiar with this little guy. His name is Pietreme. Today I'm introducing you to him and the rest of Star Team. To get the ball rolling, I need to introduce the power system. Every single person has a fate that they will live to that manifests in the form of their powers. For example, Pietreme's power is to do with reality bending, which that is directly linked to his fate, how his life will play out. The worse someone's fate is set to be, the stronger the power. So some people will just live their normal everyday lives and they'll have no powers or weak ones. Like, I don't know, they can have a little bit of water out of their finger, use that to water their plants. And they just will not manifest beyond that, or something that's just a slight boost to their lives. These people are just gonna live regular old lives. This itself is directly linked to the stars, constellations forming to spell out people's fates. From the moment someone is born into the world, there are things that are unavoidable. In between these points, it's not exactly set for someone. Like, you can do whatever you want, but these specific events will always happen. Now, these events don't necessarily have to be someone's death and the way they die. So you could be stupid and actually die before that point, but in the moment of death, it is linked to their death. That will be brought forward and it will happen at that point, if that makes sense. Now you might be wondering why there are people wandering around as superheroes if a general part of the population has powers. Well, it's a job. It's their job. Those with worse fates can sign up and enlist in this job for the promise of housing, food, and a steady income. So it's pretty much putting your life on the line to make sure that you are comfortable. Beyond that point, the costumes the heroes wear appear when they transform to do their jobs. You know, magical girl style. These outfits go on a certain scale. The more you have shielded, the more your powers are dampened. Whilst the less shielded, the more your powers are enhanced. Take Bleak and Pietreme for example. Bleak has a far more covered outfit that dampens his powers, whilst Pietreme has a less covered one to seriously amplify his powers to make sure he is always there as the last resort for Star Team. If something goes seriously wrong. From signing up for the job, they are split into teams. The most prominent one the story will be following is Star Team. There are numerous other teams, but for the sake of the video, I will not go into that. If people are interested, I can make more videos about the other teams, designing other characters, that type of stuff. Let me know if you're interested. With character introductions, let's start with Pietreme. Pietreme is a 19-year-old autistic trans man. He's silly and overconfident despite his lack of understanding of the real world. His powers cause reality bending, allowing for brief periods of time warping where he can either send himself back or something else back. He's from France and moved for the hope of a better life. His real name is Ari Corbin. Bleak is an Aboriginal Australian and comes from the Bundjalung people. His powers revolve around ice and being able to push it out. He'll often use it for mobility or as a setup for the rest of the team due to the power dampening. He is also 19 and attended high school with Pietreme. His real name is Miro Murphy. Lumpsis is a tall, strong woman from Puerto Rico. She can directly channel the heat from her body into a flame that she uses along with her dance to fight enemies. When her powers first manifested, the physical damage it did in her body caused her to lose her arm. Her real name is Beatrice Suarez. Sprinky is a trans woman from South Korea. She's a massive pessimist who actively has it out for Pietreme and thoroughly enjoys making fun of him and the team's shortcomings to compensate for the weaker powers she has compared to the team. Her real name is Daicho. Scout's real name is James Mitchells and he is the opposite to Sprinky and is the light of everyone's life in Star Team. He's a ray of sunshine who does his best with his ill-fit powers. His powers is to take his energy and excitement, turning them into straight electricity that will shock anyone in the nearby radius. Abyss is 12 years old and an unofficial member of Star Team. When Bleak and Scout discovered how strong their powers were, Abyss was taken under the wing of Star Team to help manage, despite Pietreme's strong objections. I'm keeping this video relatively short so I don't go into excessive detail, just as a overarching introduction, but oh my god, please, if you're interested, fuel me in my OCs and I will push out so much content, it is not funny. I also know I haven't really posted anything on YouTube or TikTok a lot, and I've really just moved out and getting used to, you know, new life and junk. But yeah, I want to thank people for how like supportive and receptive they've been in my videos, because I do not know how to edit. I'm trying my best. Also, I have commissions open. I need money. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you want to see more Star Team content.